Hello, it's Joni from Fox and Socks Nursery. I'm going to be working on the final creasing of Evangeline. I'm going to do her face and limbs. And I've got my dark crease color here. Just go ahead and get started. Oh, I've been having to fix issues with... I had paint come off, so I ended up having to put primer on it and then baking it and then adding more paint to her and then baking it twice. So it's been kind of a nightmare to finish her up. Hopefully I've got everything straightened out and all I have left to do is creasing and then the final wash and her lips, of course, and her nail tips. And I think that's it as far as the human part of her. And then the fantasy part, I'll be adding red and orange colors to her. I think I have the fantasy paint with the glitter in there, and that's what I plan to use. So hopefully, I'm gonna think. I'm kind of been thinking about how I want to do the fantasy part of her, and I'm gonna give her some eyeshadow and a little bit here in up on her forehead here. And then her limbs will have some as well. So she'll be mostly human, but she'll have some pretty markings. Okay. I'm gonna start here. I don't know if I like that or not. Get that out as quick as possible. I did not square up her head very well. I'll have to try harder with the next baby. As you can see, it didn't get blended very well, but I was having trouble with the paint. That's my excuse. That's what I'm sticking to. So I'll just have to try better. The next one. Now she does have some yellow on her little cheeks here and in her nose. I did that while I was adding to her paint areas that rubbed off, which would be like behind her knees and her arms for some reason. I'm not sure, the whole arm right here on her right hand. It was sad. And then right in here, I was freaking out there for a bit. I was afraid I was gonna have to end up stripping her. Luckily I don't. She's okay. I'm just shading this in, making it a little darker. It's starting to look good now. I'm just going to put a little bit here. I don't really want to put a whole lot. Just want to darken it a little. Whoa. It's crazy. Don't get too dark in there. Now watch me spill my paint like I did the last time. Now I started my creases with like a lighter, it's kind of a darker purpley raisin color, and then I went to a brown. And the reason I did that is I started off doing a biracial baby for those who were wondering how to do those, and they are a little bit different than AA babies. So after a while I had to switch to what I would do for an AA baby. I just want to make sure I don't have any excess sitting there. Okay, I'm gonna do creasing here. Here, oof. Let's try that again. I have to add some more Gamsol to that mix. Get it just a little bit runnier. And this is some color that I had mixed up for a different baby for her hair. So I like to reuse paints as much as I can. I don't like to waste any of it. Make sure I don't have any in my fingers. I love transferring paint. I have trouble keeping my station clean too. I'm not the most organized person. As you can see, it is a good color to use. Whoa. I loaded my brush a little much. There we go. And I'm only going to do this layer on camera. I'll probably do a few more after, off camera. I have my glasses here somewhere. What do I do with them? Well, I can't find them, so we'll just deal without. But anyway, it's going to take more than one layer here to finish up these creases, so I will do that off camera. But I wanted to show you guys a color I'm using. Clean them out really well. You guys are able to see what I'm doing? I want to say at least a couple more layers on these creases. And I think one of the reasons why the paint was rubbing off is because it wasn't curing. And I think it has something to do with the thick that I add to them, to the paint. So my suggestion for you would be baking it twice after adding a brown layer. And then after a couple of layers, I would add prime. Like, go ahead and prime the kit again. Note to self, I'll be doing that with the next AA baby. But for the most part, I mean, she looks pretty good. This side got a little darker than this side. I got this side blended a little better than that side. But in general, I'm pretty happy. Her creases on her feet are not great, and the knuckles on her hand are not great. And it's because I did not do my creases first. I started with the brown layer and then try to go back with the creases, which the brown will stick into the creases and you can't really get it out. That's what leaves it kind of like a dirty look. And I knew better, but I wasn't thinking. I just wanted to get started. And that's what happened. I like to keep my creases clean. As clean as possible. It really irritated me that I forgot to do them first. I think clean creases makes the doll look more realistic. A little harder to achieve, but well worth it. I don't know if you guys will be able to see the creases on camera. I'm very glad I'm almost done with the human part of her. Finish her creasing tonight. Hopefully I'll be able to get to her magenta wash. And normally I would tip her nails white. Well, not like white, but like a flesh tone. What do you call it? Flesh 08, which is a very light flesh tone. And then I put either nail tip, which I think that's nail tip. Yeah, nail tip. It's kind of a weird creamy color. Or I add white, but I don't put that much in there when I do white. So I don't want them white. I want them kind of clear looking, if possible. I've also been working on another doll. It's a Caucasian baby. And I just started her Friday night, so she's in the very beginning stage. So I've been splitting my time between her and Evangeline. So the videos will probably slow down here in a little bit. Like in the next couple of days, I won't be posting as much. But I will get her done. Maybe part of the reason it feels like I've been on this doll forever is it started her off as a biracial baby, and then because you do different steps, so everything was extra. Maybe that's why. It just feels like I've been on this baby for months. And I know that's not true. I know it's not been that long. I think this is day 12. So really not even that long. Okay. I'm just checking the creases to make sure they're the same level of intensity. Like, I don't want some darker than others. I want them about the same on each limb. bake it. And then I'll redo them at least one more time, maybe twice more, I don't know. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Thanks.